Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Sanjay. Welcome back to the channel. Well, today we have an exciting session comparing couple of gems of cameras, 35mm cameras. Again, you've probably seen 1,000 reviews on the good old famous Pentax K1000. This is definitely a starter camera. If you're into photography, it doesn't matter, digital, mirrorless, 35mm, one third, two thirds, all kind of photography. You need to own one of these. These students way back learn on these, and now they're actually learning on these. It's a stripped down camera. It's very simplistic. Less is more. It's beautiful cameras. Again, I sell, I maintain, and I review cameras. And if you follow this channel, I do a lot of traveling, and that's part of the of my journey is actually documenting my travel events with these kind of cameras and sometimes mirrorless. So follow, subscribe, and see what's all this about. But this video is specifically about looking at the Pentax K1000, and guess what? Surprise! I got this other one here, and that's why I'm doing this quick review here because I want to sell this one. It's the Pentax KX. Yeah, Pentax KX. They're virtually the same. So while I'm talking, I'll put some specs on the screen and let you see, decide. This video is for you to decide which one is best for your taste, I guess. I used both. Frankly, this one here is no brainer. If you want something less is more and it works out of the box, Pentax K1000, you can't beat that. But if you want to kick it up a notch and say, you know what, I want to have more control of this, or what is the on-off button, or where is the timer, and kind of check the battery, and if you're that kind of person, this is the one for you. The Pentax KX. I don't know if you can find one of these. I mean, it was hard for me to find this one, and this it's in mint condition. A little ding here, but this is a look at this Pentax KX, and I'll put the full specs on the screen, and we'll talk about that. So right off the bat, what is the difference between these two? So again, I'll put the picture of these two, and we'll talk about the quick differences. First of all, looking at these two together side by side, you see there's no self timer for the Pentax K1000. So if you're that kind of person that you wanna be in the picture, the Pentax KS has the self timer. Frankly, to me, I never. Okay, this is an advice in general to everybody's watching. If you have any camera, not this one, Nikon, Olympus, Sony, Canon, whatever, a vintage camera, never ever, okay, listen to this. If you don't agree with me, put your comments in there. Never ever use the self timer. Again, I sell, look behind me there, and then check my Etsy and eBay store. I sell cameras, I maintain and fix and review cameras. Most of the time, when they come in, somebody used the self timer and it's gunked up inside. The self timer hasn't been used in 50 years, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So what do you think when you push this button down? You think it's gonna go back up and everything's gonna work fine? No. You don't agree with me? Do you have any vintage camera? Have you used the self timer and everything's fine? Yeah, I've done that once in a while, but I try to avoid that because these are, manual focus. How are you gonna get in the picture and manual focus? And it just is complicated. Keep it simple. Okay, so what else beside the what's the difference between the KX and the K1000? We're gonna, the K1000 is no brainer. It's fully mechanical. Both of these fully mechanical, but we're gonna talk about more about the features of the KX because they don't exist on the K1000. Number one, there is a window here. Let me put the screen up front. You see the window right here? You can see the aperture. Yeah, f1.2, f2.0, you get a blur in the background. f8, 11, 16, when you turn the full f-stops on these, you get clear pictures. That's how simple photography is. So when you're looking through I'm looking through it right now, and you can see the f-stop on the top, and on the right hand side, guess what? You see the shutter speed. I mean, this is amazing. With this thing, you don't see any of this. You see a needle, plus or minus. If it's in the middle, click, take the picture. So with this one, you see a needle on the side. I'm gonna put a picture here or here of the viewfinder on the inside. So that's the major difference. Okay, this is it. If you sum up this whole video, this is the major difference. Inside the viewfinder, you see the aperture and the shutter speed. Isn't that amazing? I mean, frankly, I'd like that. With this one, you You don't see any of this with the K1000. You see a plus and a minus and a needle. And if it's in the middle, take the picture. If it's up a little bit, that's fine too. But if it's in the plus, it's overexposed, and the minus is underexposed. You get it overexposed, you're gonna get, like too white, and in the minus, you're gonna get it like too dark. And sometimes you want that. But if you're a beginner and you don't want to, what's f-stop, what's shutter speed, and what's all that, I don't want to deal with that. Start with this and then move up to something like that. And there's other cameras that show the shutter speed and the f-stop on the inside, so it's not just this one. But that's the major difference. Is that so? You got the window here, and then on the inside, it's amazing. I mean, you're looking and you're just adjusting and adjusting. So it's frankly, you learn more about photography. This one here is like point and shoot, frankly, because you adjust the shutter speed, you adjust the f-stop, and if the needle in the middle you go, you don't understand, okay, what shutter speed you have to just, you have to take it out and look at it. Both will work. Both will work without batteries, but you need batteries for the needle and the shutter speed and the inside. The aperture is a window, no batteries for that. Next, one feature I love, because here's a secret for you. I don't know if you know that. I didn't know that. You read the manual. Always read the manual. Download it. Just put Pentax K1000, Pentax KX, and download the manual. I don't understand what, I sell cameras and people send me questions, where's this button? Have you read the manual? The manual on these is 28 pages or 30. Nothing more than that. Why don't you read the manual? I just don't understand. It baffles me. Waste your time sending emails and text and asking questions that obviously I do respond. Okay. The manual, what does it say about the Pentax K1000 when you want to check the battery? I'm going to discuss both. That's, turn the battery off. Guess what you do? Close. That's it. That's how you turn the battery off in the Pentax K1000. You put this on it, and I've seen many people come visit me at my shop and something wrong with this, and where's the cap? You don't have a cap on Pentax K1000. Listen to this. The light meter is working 24/7. Okay. That's why you keep losing batteries or something's not right about the camera, because it's just continually measuring the light. You need to put the cap on this to turn it off. With this one, guess what? It's the same thing, but it has a button here. You see the like button? It's the check battery button. Okay. With this one, you can't check the battery. You just have to see if it's moving, basically. Next, with this one, if you crank it and press the shutter, obviously it's going to take a picture, but let's say you crank it, you didn't crank it, you don't know. You don't know. Did I crank it? Did I crank it? This is always active. With this one, you have a lock. Look at this one right here. You can lock it or you can unlock it. So you can crank it and be ready, and then unlock it and take a picture. It's just a safety measure when you put it in your bag. So that's another feature I like. So now you're becoming to see that, between these two, I like the Pentax KX. It has a check battery, so I'm not in the dark. It has a lock unlock on the shutter speed. I can see my shutter speed inside. I can see the aperture inside. And let's see what else on this. Both of them have a dot here. If it's red, that means there's a film inside. So both of them will tell you if there's a film inside. And it has a timer, like we said, and it's top down. So you press this button and you stop down. It's whichever aperture there. If you press that, it will show you actually what you're gonna see. So it's has to stop down for the lens there. It's pretty interesting. I haven't used that. Yeah. So whatever f-stop and you press this, it actually shows you how you're going to see the picture, dark, light, whatever it is. Lastly, I noticed something. I checked that online thanks to ChatGPT. The Pentax KX, it just feels more solid. It's built better. Plus, it weighs more. This one is about 600 grams. This one about 620. Frankly, this one feels more a professional camera. It has everything you need on it. The timer, check battery, the awesome viewfinder from the inside. This one, it just feels like pick up and go. But both of them, look at that. Both of them have the same body. So if you like Pentax in general, both of them have the same bodies. Look at it from here and from the back. They're the same. Next, what's going to happen? We're going to go outside and take some pictures, and I'll show some pictures toward the end. Black and white. I don't like color. It's too busy sometimes. Again, subscribe, follow the channel. We went to Prague, Czech Republic. We went to London. We went to other places. And I bought some cameras. So check my store, Etsy and eBay. The cameras I have on my store, every camera have a story. You can actually watch this channel and say, oh, hold on a second. I bought that camera. Let's see, what do I have? If you're watching my channel, I went to London and I got this Zorky, and I think I've done a video on this. I'm gonna do another video on this and take some pictures. So you buy a camera from me, it's not like, mass produced or anything. It's a personal pick, traveled thousands of miles. Again, this is part of my journey. This is a hobby for me. But follow this channel, subscribe, and you'll see where I go. And it's not just reviewing cameras. We stuff. Frankly, I hate doing this kind of stuff because it's a little bit boring. You go online, you type, compare Pentax K1000, you get 1,000 reviews. But my channel is unique because it's a journey. We buy these cameras, we test these cameras, we review these cameras, and it just and you learn more. And I want to learn from you. Do you have the Pentax KX, or do you have both? And you took pictures of the both. Which is better? Which one you like better? So what's the conclusion here? If you are just starting in photography, specifically in 35mm vintage photography, I suggest to go to this one, the Pentax K1000, because you don't want to hassle me. I started in photography, and I didn't understand the f-stop and the shutter speed till years later. Yeah, it's good to admit that. There's nothing wrong with that. I read the manual 10,000 times. It just didn't sink in my brain. It's like, what's the f-stop? I understand the shutter speed. I understood that, but why is the low number? You get the blur, and the high number, you get clear picture, all that stuff. So it took me a few years to understand that. With this one here, you don't have to worry about anything. You see the needle in the middle, put in a picture here or here, and you're done. It's a little, again, it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. If it's a little bit on the top, a little bit on the under, that's fine, but not extreme. If it's on the plus side or the minus side, you're not gonna get a good picture, period. So stop. And so what do you do when it's extremely up or down? You adjust the f-stop, or you adjust your shutter speed. Now, if the shutter speed goes below 1/60, you're gonna get a camera shake. So try to put this at like 1/250, and then adjust the f-stop. That's how you learn. You play with those two, and then you understand. Okay, I need to do this to do that, and then you see the needle in the middle, and then apply the Sunny 16 method for photography. Apply it in your mind and see if it works with this. Again, you don't know what Sunny 16 is, subscribe to the channel. I have one whole video on Sunny 16. It's very simplistic. I'm not going to explain it now, but subscribe, follow me, and let's have some fun together. There's very more interesting cameras coming up. Yes, sir. I'm gonna keep it as a surprise. There is some. It's not the Nikon, the Canons, AE1, and all that usual stuff. No, these are unique cameras coming up. So subscribe to the channel, and I have a folder that says travel photography. You can binge watch on that, see where I went and all of that. Portobello Street in the UK, where I got the Zorky. Actually, I saw it in an antique shop, but I didn't buy it because it was like dusty, and the guy didn't know if it's working. But I got it from somewhere else. Long story short, so let's end up with this. Look at these two and tell me which one you have. If you don't have any of these and you're deciding between these two, start with this one and upgrade. Yeah, eventually it's like anything else. You start with the simple, less is more, get comfortable, and then you can upgrade. You might go to a Nikon or something else that shows the shutter speed and the aperture inside, and has the timer, and has the check battery, and all this. Again, I sell, I fix, I maintain, and I review, and I travel and do all that stuff with these cameras. Believe me, less is more with these. Less buttons, less things to break. Less buttons, less things to worry about and learn. Less buttons, it's more simplistic. Then you focus on the trade, you focus on the pictures. The more buttons, the more things to break. The more buttons, the more things you need to remember. What does this do? What does this that? Etc. So look at mirrorless cameras. I keep saying that. If you follow this channel, I have a Canon R5, 1,000 pages. Interesting. So forget about the buttons. The Canons have 1,000 buttons on it, but the menus, it's hundreds and hundreds of options. How are we going to remember that? So when I pick up my Canon R5, I have to just go over the manual, go over the basic things, just to remember, okay, you click this, you do this, it's like crazy. And then you're worrying about the menus and not about the composition. With this, there's no menus. You're not looking up, down. You're focusing on the composition. That's why this is never, ever gonna go away. You just agree with me? Put your comments there. I had some comments, it's like, Phil, no, I'm not gonna touch it because you haven't tried it yet. Because you're focusing on gear acquisition syndrome. You just want to get the latest and the greatest. You keep upgrading from megapixels and more menus, and then guess what? Show me some pictures you took that you're proud of with that camera. I'm in this medium, and I talk to friends and other people that actually, buy cameras and fix cameras, and then everybody's talking about features and did you get this? Did you get that? I said, hold on a second. Where have you traveled recently? And show me some pictures, interesting pictures you took. And sometimes you get silence. Why? Because we're focusing on the gear. Okay, so let's close this. Take a look at this one more time. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Pentax K1000. Pentax KX. Both are great cameras. Check my store, Etsy and eBay, or any other store. I don't care. You know, just get you a Pentax K1000. It's the camera that you can learn from. And if you're a pro, it's the camera that is mental health for you because you don't have to worry about menus and buttons. No upgrades, no software upgrades, no firmware updates, nothing. Pure enjoyment. 35mm photography. It's more fun. Guarantee. See you next time.